shines through you when you leave me room.
Aquarius. Discretion, leading to the power of meditation. Hello everyone, welcome to this month's virtue practice. Now, like many of the virtues that we're working with, what discretion might mean to us now and what it was indicating a long time ago could be quite different. So I want to follow that word a little bit with this sort of essential meaning, which is to, in a way, to separate away or to shift away what are those things that we are shifting or separating away? In a development path, we might think of that in many ways. For instance, what in our inner being is transient and what is eternal. This shifting away from the important to the not important. What is significant, what is not so significant that needs your attention or your focus. And this discretion also can be applied to what we bring to the world. Do we apply into our life everything that is very transient, or are we trying to connect our world to the eternal or to the most significant aspects of being? We are living in a world where the superficial has more importance than the depth of life for the way of which our social structures are built. And yet we are recognizing how important it is to find what is significant in our world, significant for humanity. So discretion has a very important part to play in how we work with our internal life, but also what we give to the world around us. Do I give my superficial self to those encounters, or do I give something that is deeper and more true of who I am to the relationship with others? It's very useful to understand this word discretion could be understood in so many ways, but if we see where it's leading to, the power of meditation, then we can also give a sense of the significance of discretion. Now, in a way, we are also confronted with a new thought, the power of meditation. What does that mean when a human being has developed a capacity for meditation? It becomes a power that one also may offer the other. If we consider, for instance, a meditant's inner capacities, we see a growing capacity for attention. And when I offer that potentized attention to another human being, it allows them to find also what is essential, what is significant, what is important in their own life. We could say that attention given to another helps them to come to discretion in the encounter. Also, the power of meditation leads to an inner harmony, and that harmonious inner state also carried into an encounter with another, in a way offered to the meeting with the other, brings something for the other's experience. It leaves them in a way freer to sense into how they feel, because they're not being affected consistently by the inner ups and downs and likes and dislikes and activity of you. You are harmonious, peaceful, tranquil through the power of meditation, and in that sense, they are left with their feeling life, and they can find in that where they are at. There is a sense that they can find what's really living in them, because it's not being impinged upon by what's living in you. We're leaving the other free through the power of meditation. So we can see, in a way, the importance of discretion and how this will build towards this power of meditation, which, like all of the virtues, is a gift, a giving, a love that we can bear into the world around us. So in order to meet this, I want to work with one of the archetypes, one could say, of the meditative path, which is our ability to focus on our divine ideal. Starting with this in the restfulness of soul exercise will allow us to understand something of what the power of meditation can give us inwardly. And then we can also come back to discretion and why that is useful, deeply useful as a virtue that not only supports our own entry into the power of meditation, but builds what we can offer those that we come into contact with. So, as we go towards the practice, the first step, which I have spoken about already in the 4 stages of the meditative practice, but if we can contemplate, and that also means bringing your thoughts and feelings through the activity of your will, your attention, towards what is your divine ideal. Now, you may not have thought about your divine ideal as yet, and for some it is very clear. So if you're a Buddhist, that divine ideal may be Buddha. Or if you're a Christian, that divine ideal may be Jesus Christ. But it may be for you the being of love, or or truth, or some aspect of godliness or divinity that clearly makes a difference to your inner world when you allow yourself to contemplate it. Why do I say this? Sometimes when someone has been indoctrinated into a religious way of perceiving godliness or the divine, then that divine ideal doesn't always do what it is intended to do. So your divine ideal will turn your soul into a place of reverence. You will feel a definite sense that something shifts in you when you contemplate it. But if you're born into a religion where when you think about it, you feel burdened or guilty or falling short or all of the other things that someone can feel because of the indoctrination, then it probably isn't yet your divine ideal. So seeking what is that for you? What is it that turns your inner life in such a way that you pull away from all of the sensory trappings of the superficial existence and feel your soul link to this sort of depth and truth and love. Ultimately, our divine ideal has something to do with love, but it may be expressed, as we can see in these virtues, in a multiple facets as we draw near to it, as we learn to understand it. But what we're certain of is it makes this inner adjustment for us. So first we contemplate our divine ideal. And once you've had a few minutes with that, which you will do in your own time, we then come back to the formula and focus on the third eye with the formula, I am. Then our attention moves from the third eye to the back of the head, down the spine, to behind the heart. Discretion. And those of you that are following the verse, may what is bounded yield to the boundless. What feels the lack of bounds, may it create bounds for itself in its depths. May it raise itself in the current as wave flowing forth, sustaining itself, in becoming, shaping itself to existence. Set yourself bounds, O boundless. Then we extinguish the verse and just be with the inner activity.
I am the one who shines through